Hi everyone, so today I thought I will finally set up my Chic Sparrow Mr. Darcy. He has been living in these beautiful, super soft cloth bag ever since I received him because, was waiting for my inserts, which arrived yesterday, and you might have seen it in my previous video. So here he comes, yeah! I love him, he's just so beautiful. It's like I take him out once in a while and have a look at him, but now I am excited that I can actually go ahead and set it up. So before I start with it, I hope this video won't be too long, but I just wanted to tell those of you who are new to the concept of TN, which is an abbreviation for a traveler's notebook, because it's long two words, so TN I might refer to it. So the history of TN is basically, back in the day, artists and writers, people that were involved in different crafts, they would have like a traveler's notebook that they would take with them. Essentially what it was a rectangular piece of leather, which is what this is, and it was folded in half and it created like a cover for their books. Now I don't know whether back in the day they had exactly the same kind of concept of putting these elastic bands into the spine so that they could slide the paper inserts in the booklets. That I don't know, but that was the essentially that was the idea behind it, so that they could take it with them wherever they went, wherever they traveled to, and just take notes, or take little sketches of things, any ideas that they had, they would put in their traveler's notebook, and that would be their sort of like a diary slash journal slash memory keeping, working journal, really, because it would help them to flick through and be reminded of certain things and be inspired for their own work. So that is the idea behind it. Now I think I might be wrong, but from what I read, about 4 years ago it started to become really popular amongst artists and or anyone who likes to keep a diary or things like that. And people started to, there became a big demand for these traveler's notebooks, and I don't know who was the first person who got it going, but basically there are quite a few brands out there now. I settled with Chic Sparrow because, like I said, the quality to me is just impeccable. Holding this feels so luxurious. So that is that. So I already put this Tamoy River paper booklet in. I will leave the details where I got this from. It's super, I think Brooke, I remember the girl's name, Brooke, but there's something Brooke, something called the Etsy shop, and so this one I already put in, and it comes with 4 strings. And one thing though, because I'm new to this is my first one, I wonder whether this this string here with the knot, do you put that into do you put the insert inside? Because I would imagine that it's quite how should I say, it's quite bulky, so wouldn't that create some sort of I don't know, wouldn't that be in the way of the I don't know, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? If there was like a big knot here, wouldn't it create like a dent in the paper or something? So let me know in the comment box. So essentially, I have seen people use this knot bit for their inserts, but I don't know. Anyway, So I have 3 other inserts here which I'm intending to use. So I'm planning to have 4 inserts for now, and if that is not enough and I want to make my Mr. Darcy even fatter, I might go for more, but I think it's plenty, because keeping in mind these books will extend, because I will put some art in, I will be doing collages, sticking pictures in, so I'd imagine it go as far as this, and probably this amount of inserts is more than enough for me. And also these inserts have 56 pages in them, so they're quite, and the paper is 120 GSM, so it's thicker than the Tomoe paper, obviously. And so yeah, I have also bought these on Etsy, and I have told you that I'm not entirely happy with them because they have these weird kind of prints, and so I will have to work with it. I'll have to, it's like a plastic mark, I don't know, like a plastic print mark of some sort, and it's on all of them, like every side. So I'll have to somehow embellish them with stickers in such a way that I can hide these bits. But the other thing I have bought on Amazon, I went ahead and I bought the Midori Traveler's Notebook Refill banding. So it's the strings, it's 4 strings in 2 colors, black and like a light brown. And that is in case I want to have extra inserts, because even if I don't do in this particular in Mr. Darcy, then I think I might do it in the next one. I'm sure I will become quite obsessed with these. So this is the size for Midori, and I was quite curious whether it would actually fit a B6, because obviously Midori is taller. So let's go ahead and have a look how these fit. Yeah, they fit perfectly fine. You can totally use them. So as you can see, they are shorter, so they will be sitting quite nicely once you stretch them. So the way you can, I don't know what I should show you, this is something I learned the other day. The way you can increase the capacity of your inserts, it's by taking 2 together, opening them right in the middle where the staples or the binding is, and then what you do next is just trying to put it the right way, there we go. Then you take your, so essentially they are like this, can you see? They're now attached, and then you take your single string that you have, and instead of putting it right into the middle of one insert, you slide in 2 inserts like this. And so now this string is holding 2 books. So essentially you could do it like that with every one of them, if you're provided your inserts are not as fat as mine. And so that's how you can put extra inserts in. And I think this is super, these elastic that I bought from Midori, they're very useful, so that's good. I was curious to know, like I said, whether they would fit the B6, but they totally do. So if you want to use them, you can do that. Okay, so let me see. So I haven't decided yet which order they will go, but I think I quite like the rose to be the first one when I opened it up. So the rose one will go in, and let's see. like that. Then to be honest with you, I think I will leave this this string with the knot. I will leave it, and I will stick 2 in here the way I just showed. Just thinking whether I should use black or brown. So this brown is lighter than the brown that comes in my Mr. Darcy. And the black is just a black, which is great color anyway. I love black. So let's have a look which side I want. I think I want this one. So I have mentioned to you that there was a problem with these books, and was it Jennifer? I think it was Jennifer. She was very quick to email me back and say that she will send me replacements. So I'm waiting for the replacements, but meanwhile I thought I wanted to just stick them in. So when I get the replacements, then I will be I will replace these obviously. And let's see. So I'm going to do what I've done before. So like that. And then I'm going to slide these into this one, into the middle string. And that is it. And then my 4th one is right here. So this is the thickness of all the inserts that I have without doing anything to them. And then what I would do, so it's still quite stiff because I haven't used it at all, but once you use it, all of these elements become a little bit softer, as it is leather. So I don't know if I have mentioned that it's real leather, and it feels gorgeous. I mean, look at this one, it's so beautiful. So now it has really good weight to it, and there it is. So this is my Mr. Darcy now with a few of these inserts. So the next thing I want to quickly show you, so I'm not going to do any accessorizing. I will do that in a separate video because I'm still waiting for a few things from my Etsy orders that I've made. But I am going to go ahead and put these inserts in. So I think I would like to put this simpler there. So there's this one which is quite basic, and it has nothing on there, and it is really basic. I don't think I would purchase dashboards again from this place because they're so simple that the corners are super sharp, and like I said, there are the markings there, so I'm not too happy. But having said that, some of the corners, like some inserts come with square corners, and some inserts come with round corners. And